try to make it look good in this area at least. Everything else I don't give a crap.
My gas gauge still works.
Nice.
I was surprised on that one.
So it's radium into the aftermarket hanger with an aftermarket pump. Very nice. That looks dope, dude.
So we got one pump in there and then 2 pumps in there. We can add a third.
Nice.
If we need to, but for now.
6.5 hours later.
Know what you're thinking? Didn't you just say you weren't going to do any more event type videos for the channel? Yes, I did say that, and I spoke too soon. There's a couple events that were coming up that I'm either a part of or mean a lot to me, so I want to go and want to showcase it out. And right now we're at TX2K23, the last Texas 2K in Houston, presumably, and definitely the last one here at HRP, Houston Raceway Park, or Royal Purple Raceway, depending on what you know about it. So that being said, I have to at least come out to this one. I've missed pretty much everything else Texas 2K related this past week because I started a new job, more on that later. And I'm not gonna miss the last day of the last race here in Houston, at the track before the track gets turned into whatever it's gonna get turned into. Because the family that owns the track sold the track to some contractors who are probably just going to demolish the track and turn it into something nobody really wants, like high-rise condo apartments or some dumb shit like that. It's depressing that I think our last quarter-mile drag strip in Houston is now gone. So after this event, it will be gone. So that's sad and frustrating. And for those of you wondering why street racing exists, this is why it exists. Because we'll have a track, and then it'll either get sold for who knows the real reason why, or land development owners will buy up all the land around the track, like is what's happening here, as you can see, and they will begin to develop residential housing, and then those people who live next to a track, knowing they moved into a house next to a track, will complain about the noise. The track can only do certain events during certain hours. They have to implement all these different noise ordinances, and eventually the track dies because they can't keep the cash flow coming, because people aren't going to come to a track where they have to have a muffler on their vehicle. Like, the whole point of going to a track is to use your race car. Race cars don't have mufflers. So it's frustrating.
Few inches later.
Those are the grandstands. You can see the signs. You can see like the main building. So we're getting closer, but we're still far away.
One eternity later.
We are closer to the track. I can now hear the announcer and the cars going down the track, and so we're making progress.
Tomorrow.
Alright.
Hey guys.
After an hour of waiting in line, we're inside Texas 2K.
Yeah.
Last one in Houston, last one at Royal Purple Raceway, or HRP, whatever you know it of. And it explains why it is huge.
Yeah. There's cars as far as the eye can see.
There really are. Both directions, all directions. So let's just get right to the action. So this car right here was absolutely amazing. This is a 92 MR2, the second generation, and it has a big turbo K-swap just sitting in there. I mean, just look at that turbo. I think it's massive. We did not get to see this car run. I think it was just on display, but I'm sure it'd be fast as hell. Here's a better shot of that Camaro you just saw run the 6. This thing was fast and it sounded amazing. Looks really cool. The owner was super cool. I thought I was recording because they were having a little like back and forth there, but apparently my mic was turned off. This A86 with the big turbo 2J ran low 7s. That thing moved out. It just hooked up and moved. look at that fuel cell setup built into the cage. Gorgeous wheels, proper build, a lot of nice work, a lot of nice parts. I don't know much about the engine setup, but I just had to catch it. I mean, it was a proper car. I loved how this thing looked. Of course, Precision was out here in force with all their various turbos. Another GTR full drag build. This thing was fast as hell. I want to say this was one of the faster cars out there. I mean, just look at this engine setup. It is just all turbo, all exhaust. Here's another outside shot of a GTR engine from AMS. I believe this was their 2400 build, I think it was. And you can just look at the design. The billet block, billet head, billet intake manifold with carbon fiber intakes. I mean, the thing was gorgeous. This was a C8 Corvette twin turbo setup. Look at those snails. Look at the transaxle back there. It's gorgeous. I love seeing the engineering of these parts, the engine setups up close. This is the 5.2 liter V10 out of the Audi R8/Huracan. Again, a big twin turbo setup just snaking on the back end there. It's just awesome to see these whole engine packages outside of the car on a stand. Of course, you got to have the classic MK4 Super in white with a big single turbo. This was a stanced out vet, but it was pro charged. It looked good, it sounded good, and you know, had to get some airtime. The runway was packed, the staging lanes were packed full of cars. This was really cool. This was what they use to dry the track whenever it gets wet, and it's turbine powered. There's a giant jet turbine on the back of this truck that just blows air onto the track to cool it off. And then you saw a glimpse of the broken carbon ceramic wheel from the Corvette that went into the wall earlier that day. This is Cletus out in Leroy, and it was cool to see and hear Cletus for the first time in person. The past I saw, he had some trouble. That was what you saw at the beginning of the video. But man, that thing sounded good, and it did move out. It was very cool to see. That is gonna wrap it up for 2020 or Texas 2K 2023. Awesome event, loads of nice cars. Got to see Cletus, McFarland, and Leroy take a pass down the strip. Wasn't their best pass, but hey, we got to see it and hear it and smell it take a pass, no less, and that's awesome. I really hope you guys enjoyed this quick video. I'm gonna do another I am doing voiceover. I hope you guys like the voiceover. I just want to try something new, show less of me and more of the cars, because that's what the event is about, the cars. And yeah, like I said, it's the last one we're gonna have here in Houston. Had to come out and finish it off right. Really happy. Currently cruising on the way back home. Ben's behind me in the TA, and it's been a great day. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this fun video showcasing the best damn racing event in the US that we have here in Texas. And yeah, so thanks again. Remember to go out there, do something awesome. Peace.